Good morning, boys and girls. We sure do miss having you here. We can't wait to see you on Monday. Miss Letitia and I are working really hard to get everything clean and ready, and we've changed some things out, so you'll be kind of surprised to see what is in dramatic play. Now, this morning I was going to read a story to you. We've been talking and learning about pets and where pets live and what pets eat. And I found a book from one of my favorite authors. His name is Lionni, and this is a book called Fish is Fish. And it's about two friends, a fish and a frog. We can't really see on the front cover a frog, but we see fish here, and he is thinking about what would it be like to be out of the water. We've talked about where pets live, and we know that fish live in water, right? That they can't breathe out of the water. But he's thinking about what would it be like if I had wings and I could fly? What would I be able to see out of the water? Let's start. Fish is fish. So there in all the water, we talked about how maybe the animals, like the fish in the water, might eat the plants or other small fish. At the edge of the woods, there was a pond, and there a minnow and a tadpole swam among the weeds. They were inseparable friends. Inseparable. They wanted to be together all the time. You couldn't separate them. Can you tell which one is the tadpole and which one is the fish? They look a lot alike, don't they? One morning, the tadpole discovered that during the night he had grown 2 little legs. "Look," he said triumphantly, "look, I'm a frog." "Nonsense," said the minnow. "How could you be a frog if only last night you were a little fish just like me?" They argued and argued until finally the tadpole said, "Frogs are frogs and fish is fish, and that's that." Oh, have you argued with a friend before? No. There he is. Tadpole's got 2 little legs. He's changing, isn't he? In the weeks that followed, the tadpole grew tiny front legs and his tail got smaller and smaller. Now he's really looking more like a frog, isn't he? And look at Fish's face. How do you think Fish is feeling now? It's hard when people change. And then one fine day, a real frog now, he climbed out of the water and onto the grassy bank. There goes Frog. 'Cause where do frogs live? Right. They live out of the water. And now, Fish will be alone. The minnow, too, had grown and had become a full-fledged fish. He often wondered where his 4-footed friend had gone. But days and weeks went by, and the frog did not return. Oh. Yeah, I think he is feeling sad. Oh, is he coming back? Oh dear, our book. Then one day, with a happy splash that shook the weeds, the frog jumped into the pond. "Where have you been?" asked the fish excitedly. "I've been about the world, hopping here and there," said the frog, "and I have seen extraordinary things." Oh, that's a big word, extraordinary. Oh my goodness. Do you see what Fish is imagining to be extraordinary? Things that are not ordinary that we see every day. Something he has never seen before. "Like what?" asked Fish. "Birds," said the frog mysteriously. "Birds." And he told the fish about the birds who had wings and 2 legs and many, many colors. As the frog talked, his new friend saw the birds fly through his mind like large feathered fish. "What else?" asked the fish impatiently. So he kind of imagines them to look like fish, because he's a fish, with some legs and some wings. They kind of look like birds. He's never seen birds. Oh boy, here. Cows, said the frog. Cows! They have 4 legs, horns, eat grass, and carry pink bags of milk. You see what fish imagines a cow to look like? That's kind of close, right? But again, he imagines a big fish with legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and horns, and a pink bag of milk. And people, said the frog, men, women, children, and he talked and talked until it was dark in the pond. But the picture in the fish's mind was full of lights and colors and marvelous things, and he couldn't sleep. If he could only jump about like his friend and see that wonderful world. See how he imagines people like big fish with legs and lollipops. He has a pretty good imagination, doesn't he? That whole world that he really, really wants to see. But how will fish be able to go see what's above the water? And so the days went by. The frog had gone, and fish just lay there dreaming about birds in flight, grazing cows, and those strange animals all dressed up that his friend called people. One day he finally decided that come what may, he too must see them. And so with a mighty whack of the tail, he jumped clear out of the water and on to the bank. The land. What will happen to Frog out of the water? He landed in the dry, warm grass, and there he lay, gasping for air, unable to breathe or to move. Help, he groaned feebly. Help. Oh, who will help him? Oh no, where does Frog need to be? You're right, he needs to be back in the water. Luckily, the frog who had been hunting butterflies nearby saw him, and with all his strength, he pushed him back into the pond. Oh my goodness, I am so glad that Frog was able to get fish. And look at Fish's smile. Oh, he gets to go back in the water. Yay, where he can breathe. Still stunned, the fish floated about for an instant. Then he breathed deeply, letting the cool, clean water run through his gills. Now he felt weightless again, and with an ever so light motion of the tail, he could move to and fro, up and down as before. The sun rays reached down within the weeds and gently shifted patches of luminous color. This world was surely the most beautiful of all worlds. He smiled at his friend, the frog, who sat watching him from a lily leaf. You were right, he said. Fish is fish. I think he's pretty happy with who he is. He realized that where he lives is a beautiful place, and he doesn't need to be up and out of the water where he can't breathe or move. When he's right where he belongs, he feels safe. Thank you for sharing the story with me. Fish is fish. What would you rather be, the fish or the frog? Can you make me a picture and bring it on Monday? We miss you guys. Bye-bye.